One day, you could be playing some more good old Roblox with your friends. It's all sunshine and rainbows, really. You're just having fun, whether you're an adult or a kid. However, on a random day, you think it's all the same fun. Something goes wrong after something weird happens in your game, and that facade cracks more and more. It all starts to fall apart day by day. You start to discover things that you shouldn't have in your game. That's what I thought of today's series, Kaleidoscope Findings, aka Pillaryruins8. This video will be split into two parts. This will be part 1. I like to get this out of the way before going actually do the video. Preferably in the comments, let's start a web series or ARGs, whatever I should do since I want to bring light to smaller series as a smaller YouTuber myself. Well, at the time I make this anyway. So do that after you watch this video. Oh, and intros will be the more important videos, just so you know. And videos will just be less important stuff such as filler, and will be skipped to more important parts if there are any at all. The video begins with our protagonist, Pillaryruins8, or as they say themselves to call him, Pillary. In the first moments of this video, they claim to have made this channel to really investigate any strange stuff they see. They're just, I guess, showing off their game as an intro to their channel, which includes a grass-based with some cars, trees, signs, and a happy home to top it all off, and some soda machines, vending machines and stuff. Text on them such as, the Pillar rooms, let's see, and don't venture too far out. Odd, but not too important. Skipping a beat, we be a new character. Guest 8601, or just Guest. As Pillary explains, Guest is one of their friends, but uses a guest account instead of just making a new account. In case you don't know what that is, a guest account is essentially a feature during the older days of Roblox. 2012, 26, you know, where you were able to make an account without signing up officially and could just play games instantly. But limited to specific appearance, couldn't chat, but you had the super safe chat, basically pre-approved chats, like that Roblox once approved, that both guests and normal people could use to communicate. But were removed on October 2nd, 2017, meaning to get more users on and to stop exploiters from getting away with their actions. Back to the video though, they're just seen hanging out though, crashing cars, committing war crimes, and atrocities as one does. Skipping a bit again, Hillary talks about mainly letting the viewers see a new character named Insect, and that seems to be the end of the video. Let's move on to the second video. So just a quick thing, the description offers nothing of importance really, so let's just move on to the video itself. First off, we're introduced to a new character, another friend of Pillary, Insect B, who we'll call Insect from now on. The video mainly consists of just this. But a few things I point out are the black part, which Pillary claims it'll be a staircase later on. But to where? Another thing is, skipping a few, we'll see something that's actually important here. So that clip essentially showed us that Insect saw something that the others didn't see, and we'll talk about that later on. And there isn't much else to cover, but there is something I would like to point out. Yeah, I wonder who could that be. I wonder.
Right, I'll tell you what, you fat...
Oh, you thought there was more? Yeah, there's more. Eyes are facials. JS1D. Anyway, there isn't much else that isn't too important, but there is something important at the end. Let's get on to that one. Alright, so as you can see there, that was mainly just a sketch of what Insect claims to be the thing stalking them. And it seems that only they can see it, and it's just watching them from the roof. It's kind of odd that they are the only ones that can see it. Anyway, I feel like that concludes, I guess the second video now. So, let's just get on to the third one. Oh, and there were also supposed to be subtitles here, but I'll just show the transcript instead, so. And that's actually something we'll get to at the end of the video, so just wait. The video begins with guests somehow having access to Pillary's channel. From the title, they seem to be suspicious of the black part on the corner of the map. They're a tiny bit suspicious of that black part. They're uncertain what it's for. Maybe Pillary lied to us on what that black part is actually for. Or maybe actually it's just for a staircase. But it's a pretty weird spot for a staircase though. Oh, and I feel like you should suffer. There's gonna be no cuts, no skips. You're watching the whole video raw. That sounds weird as hell. Currently, Guest just seems to be investigating the black part, just seeing what happens. Oh, he jumped off. Uh-oh. Yeah. What would you think was gonna happen? And after that attempt, oh shoot, Insect is in the video. And after seeing IDK, Guess probably either, like, they don't know much else about the part, or they're just answering a question that Insect might ask off camera. Oh, okay, there's a glitch. Oh, there's more. There's more. Oh, is it over? Oh, okay, your recording software sucks. Right. Oh. Okay, maybe that's a cut. You never know. You never know. Well, that was rather interesting. But what we guess we could get from the video was just Guess is kind of suspicious about that black part, and maybe Insect too, because they were in the game. And that cut and glitch at the end of the video, that's kind of odd, but maybe it is just recording software. You never know. I mean, it kind of did suck. Oh, that video's over with. Now let's go on to the next one. Out of... Why do I keep putting myself through this? Do I really have to get picked on by 500 hours of content? This video has some info, but I want to keep this one short, and it's mostly filler. So the updates to Pillary's game are an updated real living room, cauldron where the black part is, black white house in another corner, and finally, an updated roof. And the rest of the video in Pillary's game is just filler. But we can go to Insect's game, which is something that we can actually watch and not be bored. So let's cut to that.
Oh, actually, there's a small part where we need to go.
As we can see, Insect seems to have like another thing again, where it's looking down at them again. I'm just gonna call it for now. Bro, you're generally messing with us. There's no way that's what Pillar seems to say, but in a web series, you don't believe them at first, but then like it just slimes you out at the hell yeah, we're in Insect's place now, but guess what? There's also filler here, so I'm just gonna skip to the good parts, am I right? Never mind, Insect saw it again. Oh shoot. Okay, no, seriously though. Maybe Insect might be a little bit schizophrenic. Maybe just be like a medical condition where like you can hallucinate, or maybe actually it's just something. You never know. Never mind, there's a BFDI reference. Let's go. In this part, Insect seems to see something, it seems to see it again for some reason. And in this part, Insect seems to see it again. Weird. I guess it's following him, or you never know, in other games, or some reason. We'll find out, I guess, later. And maybe what it looks like, you never know. Okay, so that was a bit chaotic, but I guess the video was just about, like, you know, it can go into other games, or, well, insects can see it go into other games. No one else can see it for some reason, which is pretty weird and odd, but, maybe you have a medical condition or something. You know, it's really any possibility at this point, but because it's a web series, it's going to be something supernatural. And we'll find that out in the next video. Totally not foreshadowing. Alright, so the majority of this video, and I had to watch this all manually. I kind of forgot I could just skip through it. It's mostly filler. It's just them sword fighting and them just dying. And I'm just gonna skip to the good. The end is the only reason it would have been an entry. If that part wasn't there, it would have just been a video, just filler, really. But that finally showed us the antagonist, or yeah, the antagonist, the big black guy stalking insect and now Pillary and possibly guest and I don't know, his friends or something. And I swear it kind of reminds me of flowers, the way they move at the end of the video. I don't know why, it just does. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. The video starts with the gang joining Pillary, Guest, and Insect. And Insect seems to be green now. And Pillary realizes that Guest couldn't hear them unless they use menu chats. Menu chats. Poor Guest. The video is just them talking and sword fighting, just with Guest involved, and goes on until on the roof at timestamp, what, 8:44, where it is seen again by Pillary in the distance, but disappears after a short bit, and goes on to normal until Guest seems to disappear too. And a new user joins by the name of Blue Dragon 0625. Maybe this is unintentional, or maybe it is intentional. This might be Guest on another account, maybe. Then the video ends with Pillary logging off for the day, probably tired of all of this. So yeah, nothing much other than that. It is starting to haunt both Insect and Pillary, and kind of making Pillary tired of all of this, bro. And let's just go on to the next video. The video plays with Pillary and Insect hang out in Pillary's game, talking about it, how it didn't freak out Insect as much as it did to Pillary, but it still affects them both. It's shown in this game, Pillary's game, messages in the corners of the map, showing how they're trying to get tired of it, or getting tired of this thing. Again, it can show up randomly, it can do things to him, it can flash things on the screen as the clip plays, it'll show that. And before that actually shows, the message says, nothing is there. It's trying to make them think nothing is there. To Insect, there might not be anything there, but okay, Pillary, you don't have to flip that car. And in the chat, Insect says they'll send Pillary the footage, which that is actually an important part we'll get to in the second part of this web series, and I really hope I don't forget that, as there are two channels. Pillary, which we're watching right now. Actually, no, there's three. Insect, Pillary, and Observation. And it's a pretty big thing. It's gonna make me suffer a lot, but that's okay. And it's just this. It's just them suffering. It's just Pillary just being tired of this thing, stalking it all the time. The rest of the video is just Pillory and Insect arguing whether the things Insect sees are real or not, and Pillary's getting real tired of this. And there isn't much else, it's just arguments and such, so let's just go to the next video. But I can tell that Pillary's trying to break down, like he's getting tired of this. So yeah, that was plenty of stuff, and that's with things being cut. So yeah, that's how long this web series really is, but the video was just how it is just starting to break them to just pieces, really. It's just breaking them down. It's making them tired of everything and stuff. The video of being so just Pillory and Guest playing together and just sword fighting, really. Pillory talks to them via mini chats and tells the viewers they aren't feeling so well and don't want Guest to worry. But then, Guest seems to notice something, saying, "Who?" As they're looking at something, Pillory can't see it themselves. It must have got to Guest too. And Guest leaves maybe in fear or something else, maybe home life. Pillory feels bad for them. They want Guest to be okay, fine, but unable to know for sure with it still around. Pillory then claims to see it again. This time, we can't. It's broken them so badly. It's broken their senses of real fake. And then it ends. However, at the very end, there's a sketch of something. The sketch seems to be Pillory and Guest just chilling and it just having claws for hands or whatever, really. And one claw is right above Pillory, about to strike, about to kill. And Guest is just behind, and Insect is nowhere to be found. And you may think that's everything, but no, there isn't. Let's take a look at the description of the video. The description seems to be a Caesar cipher, and decoding that means this. None of it was ever real. False prophets like you deserve fatal punishments, the harshest of judgments. I'm not sure myself on what this could mean, but maybe it could be the entity talking to Pillory through the description. Anyways, let's just go on to the next video. The video begins with Pillory seeming to be researching the thing, or it, while just playing and sword fighting with Guest. And, well, they're just having fun so far with Guest too. Until it seems to show up again, but not in the flowers type of form, but in text, saying, "Play along and keep smiling." To who? Who are they saying that to? Pillory? It's talking to Pillory. They do so. Pillory seems to keep playing and smiling. While saying they don't want Guest to worry too, and they say they'll do anything to keep Guest from paying attention to their current state. Not wanting them or insects to worry about themselves. They think they're a bad person for that too. But it comes along again and says, "Keep playing your game, Pillory," while its form is just there, right behind the text. These delusions will continue to haunt you. You'll fall deep into a place where nobody can help you. You will drown in your own madness. There is no avoiding it, Pillory. The clock will strike the 12th hour eventually. And that is the end of the video. Let's move on to the next one. The video opens up with Pillory joining Guest and insecting their game. They're just hanging around and just chilling, I guess, just walking around. Until Insect says, "Pillory, you seem distressed." And the screen turns a bit static and turns red, kind of showing Pillory's rage over the whole thing. And Pillory just begins lashing out over how Insect can stop talking, and how there's some calm over it and just their current situation, really. Which, to be fair, it literally is just a Roblox creature thing, and seems not to be able to physically hurt you, unlike flowers. Anyway, and it, from the last video, seemed to be right. Pillory did drown in his own madness for this. It kind of shows how this creature has destroyed Pillory so far, making them cramped up in their own room, researching it and finding nothing. Even when a guest wants them to stop this madness, they don't. But they eventually calm down near the end of the video as the screen turns to normal static. And Pillary seems to just get off for the day, really. And that's all. That concludes part 1 of what? Pillory Ruins 8, is it? Yeah. Rest assured there will be a part 2. It's just gonna take a while because I'm gonna take a break too. So, yeah. No, but I'll still be working hard on it. It's just that it's gonna take a little longer to come out. Hey, but at least it'll be easier now since I cleared out most of the videos that are like 10 plus minutes long. But I keep putting myself into ARGs or web series that have videos like that. But it's alright. All of them have like that. Like those videos like that. But yeah, that's just a conclusion since I don't know how to write a conclusion properly. So yeah, thanks for the support too. And yeah, I hope you can continue to give me some more support because I need some sort of motivation because I don't get money from this because I'm clearly not 18. No, but like seriously guys, thank you so much for like the support and like viewership you've given me in my videos that I worked pretty hard on. And because since I have like procrastination most of my life, it's gonna be pretty hard to like remember this channel and keep it going. But if I get support and actually something to keep going for, I'll surely be working hard. And please feel free to tell me if this style of editing and such is like way better than the others, because I feel like this is way better. And I kind of realized I copied Sen Presta with the like whole Roblox avatar thing. So sorry, bro.